stress. What I see in the news all the time, all the time. I don't know why it's not showing up on my. I go here, but let's go there. I don't know. Here we go. Let's see if I can get it up on my Facebook page here. I tell you what's crazy about the ODSC rates by 129%. That's in July 2026. The testing Ontario doesn't call this. I'll see when I believe it. All I gotta say, the kids nowadays do so much crime. Couple murders, 17 years old. Two in Toronto, 18 years old. Shooting. Like, what is going on with this country? It's just ridiculous. Is that one scene? You don't need all scenes, right? I don't know. I'm trying to get my stuff up on my Facebook, but I haven't come across it. So does that mean you don't get anything if you don't use your card? Because I don't have one of those. Verification appearance. I switched mine over and went in the app to try and find where to upload it. I couldn't find it. Notification extra money. My notifications stay in the app for months. And this was only a month ago. It popped up for me anywhere. And wow, we're promos and pop-ups and promo tab. I had one that popped up said $1 extra on order during peak time, 5:06 to 7:57, and then one day the day came around, the promo wasn't there anymore. There was no offer, for no extra dollar per order. So that's what they do that every once in a while. They say they're going to give you more money, but they goddamn don't. Like, there's a lot of issues with that stuff, guys. They don't care. You should have commercial insurance, but they don't. Bulldog training. Like I was saying, with the amount of crime and shit going on, I'm surprised there's not more and more murders. My brother Jeremy and his best friend AJ were doing a trail route for benefit bike run coming up. On the way home, AJ lost control of his bike and lost his life. Because of it, AJ was not only Jeremy's best friend and the right hand man in his business, he was a husband to his he was a husband to his wife Amanda and the father to 5 beautiful children. Either you can donate or at least share so we can support Amanda and their kids as they navigate absolute tragedy. Please pray for their absolute shattered family. Please say extra prayer for Jeremy as he lost his brother. You know, it's sad, you know. Doing a benefit run and they ended up dying. Like, you know what happened, you know? You lose control of your bike, crash into trees. A lot of people do stupid things too. But like I was saying, the people that are young, that do all the crime, are not well brought up. Some of the issues the government, the guys the fucking truckload of a lot of shit paper in his fucking car. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking too. Sell good, very good money in toilet paper. But people need to think. These young kids, 17, 18 years old, going out doing crime, like stealing cars, committing murders, stabbing, shooting. It should never happen. Never. But unfortunately, it does. It's not just part of the government, it's part of everybody's situation. It's ridiculous. That's like Alto. But nobody realizes Alto is part of DRL. And DRL is trying to get their own rails up and running. And if y'all don't know, y'all think you own the property. You're basically leasing the property from the government. You don't take, you know, they say, oh, I bought a piece of land. Well, you didn't technically buy the piece of land. You just bought the rights to that piece. That's the difference, guys. You buy the rights, you have the deed, but you still don't have full acquisition because it's still technically crown land in this country. And you think they're taking your land? They're not taking your land. They already own the land. That's why they have the right to go to the court and have that land taken away from you. You didn't know that. Doesn't matter what you say or do. Nobody in this country owns land. You just pay for the rights and the deed for that piece. You don't technically own it. You're just rent. Basically, you're giving the government $200,000 for a piece of land or whatever you bought it for. Yeah, sure. When you're making payments on that land, that's right. You're paying the government. When you make a mortgage payment to the bank, the government loaned you that money to buy that piece of land. So technically, the government still owns your land. It's a no-brainer. Fucking people are so fucking stupid and gullible. Come on, people. You need to wake up, guys. If you don't get this Via Rail auto train running, they say by 2030, CN came on the news tonight. It said 2030 is the last run for Via Rail on CN tracks. Anywhere in Canada. Anywhere. That means the train they just got up and running again won't be running again either. The train to go to BC won't be running. Train to the East Coast won't be running. All because of your actions. It said no, you don't want it. It's not viable. It doesn't work. The money that they're losing right now is unbelievable. They're losing thousands and thousands of dollars a day because they got trains sitting and they can't run them because they just can't. The CN won't allow it. No, they have their own tracks. Guess what? They can run it the way they want. No stoppage, no nothing. That's what Via Rail's trying to do. But you guys all in this country say, no, 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 I don't want Alto. You know what? Alto is part of Via Rail. Via Rail Canada. You know, when you go to Via Rail, you'll go to the site, you'll see the information about Alto, the project. I even shared it. It's on my Facebook. Wake up, people. If you're that fucking stupid, it's going to gain the country more money. Your rides are going to come down lower. Instead of paying high price, it's going to lower the price. Why? Because it costs via rail 14 billion, almost 15 billion dollars a year just to operate 5 trains or whatever, how many trains they got. They have to have permission to be on those tracks, people. You all don't think that. Oh, we can get better service on CN tracks. No, you can't. No, they're not. They went from 100% down to 30%. Why? Because CN has put it that way. They now have only 30% operation. And by 2030, kids be a rail goodbye if they don't have their own tracks. They don't get it started. They had 45 years, 1978 till now, to get it up and running. They've been fighting for 45 plus years. And you all in this country say no. It's sad. It's basically everybody in this country doesn't want nothing. Basically, nobody wants nothing in this country. You want better train service, but y'all whine and cry. Oh, CN needs to do better, or VIA needs to do better train service. Well, that's what they're trying to do. But you're telling everybody, you're telling them no. And that's the biggest fucking downfall. I'm telling you, as soon as you guys say, well, how come we got no VRL now in this country? Well, I can say 100%, if every single one of you people, the townships, the cities, whatever, it all says no. When you all say no, they're planning to build train stations along that route. They're getting away from freight tracks. That's what they're trying to do. They're going to bring up the time. You know how you stop and have to wait for a freight train to go by before you can go to your destination? You know those big, long freight trains? You say, well, I'm going to be late. Well, that's because the freight has the right of way. VIA doesn't. And once they get on their own tracks, guess what? They have control, right? There's no pulling over. It's go. They're going to get on time and be on time every time. Because they don't have it, you don't have to stop for a freight train. There's no freight runs on their tracks. It's just passenger rails. That's the issue. But you all people are too stupid. Everybody. I understand. Oh, they're going to take my land. They're going to take my land. Like I said, nobody owns this. Nobody in this country owns their land. Nobody does. Doesn't matter. That's like people driving down my road, flying down my road. Don't care about speed. We just cleared up a fucking tree across the road. People just flying down and like there's nothing. Like people need to pay attention. Our road is so when it gets dark, you're not going to see a tree across the fucking road. You're not going to see it because there's no street lights. It's not lit up. When you smash your car into that tree at 80 or 100 kilometers an hour down a road, I think you're going to have a little bit of issue. And I think that's what people need to realize. And they wonder why they're bringing out these new regulations. I think it's good regulations. People need to learn how to fucking slow down. People are complaining. It automatically sends a message to the fucking police. It records and sends a message to the police with your license plate. Records your speed, and the person behind you that's recording. So think about what's happening. The Ford's coming out with, I agree. all of a sudden you're busy and stuff, but if you're not sitting in the seat right, you're not going to be able to jump in the vehicle and feel it. Why? Because it's in the program. It's also in the seat. It's sensor in the seat. So if you're not sitting in the seat right, the gas pedal slows down, cuts off power. Well, guess what? That vehicle ain't going to get stolen that either, unless they bypass it. But we need to realize theft is getting out of hand. All this other shit that's happening, it's all got to change. All has to change. But it all takes a community. And I like to say, anybody in Brockville or King Gap on the Bruce Road that touch a tree, if you guys want the tree, you can go back up to the house and grab it. My dad doesn't want it. So go ahead, come up, chainsaw, cut the wood. You're looking for firewood, even for campfire this summer. No, camping's coming up, maybe before the weekend. There's a free tree out in front of my yard in the Bruce Road, 4607 the Bruce. You can't miss my house, first house on the right. There you get five. We need free wood, not a problem. A couple blocks on the other side. If not, township's coming to get it on Monday. We're gonna pick it up, take it away. Fortunately, it was on the hydro wires, which was okay. It was a neutral line. It got found out by hydro. So now if the tree ends up on that part of the wire and it's not touching the other one, then we can cut it. For our own, if you're not sure, the bottom line is a neutral. As long as the tree is not touching the top wire and the bottom wire, then the tree isn't live. But if it's just touching the neutral, it's okay to cut it. But best advice, call hydro first to make sure before you go cutting anything. Unfortunately, the people that lived at the other side of the tree past my house couldn't get home. Like I had like 10 cars waiting to get into their home. I couldn't. They could have probably sent the fire department, but I was thinking that too. They should have just sent the fire department. But I don't know, hydro, fire, whatever response they can get here. But I didn't want to use fire because it wasn't really an emergency. It was emergency, but I didn't want to take them from another emergency call. That's why I didn't want to have fire department just for free. But maybe next time I'll call have fire department. Fire department can respond. But it is what it is. It's a dead end road, and once there's a tree in between my two driveways, nobody's getting hit. Over this way. Unless you drive across my lawn and around the tree. But I wasn't going to let them do that. Probably could have, but I didn't know what my dad was saying. But anyways, I like to say, hey, guys, I hope there's a sequel to The Showman. Yes, Showman's going to be with a good turnout, sold out crowd, and I think the owners want a sequel. So thank you, Daryl Granger, for a great job, well done. Keep up good work. Daryl's going to be out on the road, visiting, doing whatever. He's got lifetime VIP. Come to do more shoot videos and stuff. If you want to see a good movie, documentary, go see The Showman. It will be coming to Kingston Theater very shortly. So enjoy it. And yeah, another day, another way, guys. Have a good one.